Hey everyone, it's Charles. There comes a point in life where everything shifts all of a sudden. Things that used to bring joy to you and laughter no longer gives you that same satisfaction. Places that once felt like home no longer do. Places where you have had many memories no longer hold any meaning for you. This is when you have shed an old version of you. Many times we find ourselves in the company of others simply because they feel familiar. We still harbor love for them, so we stay around, but sometimes you might be engaged in an activity that no longer resonates with the person you are now compared to who you used to be, who enjoyed participating in such activities. I've had moments like this in my life, and at the time it sucked because I thought it was wrong for me to feel this way. But with time, I've come to learn that we all grow and evolve, and when a season in our life comes to an end, we must realize when we have outgrown habits, things, and people. I can honestly look back at different seasons of my life and see all of the different versions of myself. Just as it was for me, I can tell you that you are supposed to change. That version of you from 3, 6, even 9 years ago wasn't meant to be permanent. Growth is not betrayal to yourself or to others. It's the art of transformation. Everything changes with the seasons. Life happens and we grow in different directions. I still have love for the people that I loved in my past. I am grateful that our paths crossed at those times because I have those memories that I cherish, and I cherish the things we exchanged. Others might call you fake or different, but ultimately, if they are not growing with you, then it might be time to let them be where they have to be currently and allow yourself to move forward. No one comes into your life without leaving a certain thing in your life, whether it's wisdom, experiences, growth, laughter, or love. We all cross paths with people in order to leave something with them. And then when the time comes, if there is a time that comes, sometimes our paths must take different directions. Looking back at my various relationships, all of the girls I have dated have given me something to add to my life. Some taught me valuable lessons, some gave me love that I will always cherish, and some gave me pain that forced me to grow further. I mean, we can all say breakups suck, and at the time we villainize whoever hurts us, but if we look at the grand scheme of things, we grow and evolve because of that pain. We learn what kind of partner we don't want. That is the gift they brought to us, even though we might not realize that at the moment when things end. I always wished everyone well in their life, and I hope our time together gave them something to add to their life. I can confidently say each woman got a different version of me as I grew and learned from my own previous mistakes. And of course, of the lessons I learned from each relationship. Breakups used to hurt real bad, and even though they still do, I have learned to accept when things end, because if we hold on to them longer, we can do further damage to ourselves. I've had my fair share of mistakes in previous relationships. I've hurt good women, I've lied, especially in my early relationships. I did not know how to be a good boyfriend. Those are things that I learned with time as I matured. We have to forgive ourselves for those moments because as we grow and learn from those mistakes, we are no longer that same person. We shouldn't hold on to mistakes that past versions of us made because, again, in the grand scheme of things, we learn from those moments. That's not to say we should go out and hurt people in order to learn or let others hurt us in order to grow. But it's part of the experience, and when it does come, learn to grow from it instead of beating yourself up over it. There might even be a time that comes where you cross paths with an old friend or an old lover, and you get to really see and feel how how the both of you have grown since your time together. The version of them you held in your mind no longer exists, and they will likely realize that the version of you they held in their mind also no longer exists. It's crucial for us to accept the past and move forward because sometimes we might realize we're clinging to something that no longer exists in our timeline. I never harbor resentment, regret, or any negative emotions towards people from my past because we all learn and grow in our individual journeys. I also hold love and respect for the version of myself back then because I know I gave everything I could with what I had. I experienced those relationships with the knowledge and maturity in that time of my life. Mistakes happened, but I have learned from them, and I know I will always make a mistake here and there, but not in the way where I would intentionally want to hurt someone. We're human, and to be human means to experience both the light and the dark, since we are the embodiment of both energies. Mistakes are bound to happen. That's life. Don't beat yourself up over it, and try not to beat others up over it. We're all here to learn, we're all here to grow. So, you know, we will continue to experience both aspects of ourselves, and as we grow and mature, that seesaw will balance as we integrate and balance the light and dark energies within ourselves. A couple of days ago, I was scrolling through old selfies of myself from a few years ago, and it really hit me how, at that point in time in my life, I was doing things completely different and still figuring myself out. It really put into perspective how much I've changed and how much I have developed. At that point in my life, I never imagined I'd finally get to record videos and post them on YouTube in 2025. Back then, I was filled with fear and confusion about what I wanted to do with my life. Now, in the present moment, I walk my path knowing that I want to create a path for myself that allows me to share perspectives that could potentially transform people's lives in various aspects. I want to uplift humanity and myself and just do the things that bring me joy. I wouldn't be at this point in my life if it wasn't for that version of me back then doing what he did. That version of me got me through some hard moments, and I will always be grateful for that. Now it's my turn right now to continue paving the way forward so my future self can thrive and build on this even further. The past version of you did the best that they could, and you should honor that. Give credit to your old self because they got you through things that a different version might not have been able to. Even if you made mistakes, you were trying to survive, understand, or even protect yourself from something. Even if there are things that we regret, have self-compassion and forgiveness for yourself because that is how we release shame. We all have done things we wish we could take back, but it's a part of the journey and a part of the things that are meant to push you further along your path. You wouldn't be here today if it weren't for the past you. I'm grateful for my past self and cherish both the good and the bad experiences because without them, I wouldn't be sitting here in front of this camera, sharing my wisdom and experiences with you all. Again, self-compassion and forgiveness for the past is how we release shame. Again, self-compassion and forgiveness for the past is how we release shame. We all grow, and as the days pass and the months and the years, we will also experience moments where the people in our lives no longer recognize the new version of ourselves. They will realize you no longer resonate with them because of where they're at currently in their paths, or you might be too different on a frequency level, and that's okay. You are living for your life and your own self acceptance, not theirs. It's not on you for others to understand who you are. Just be yourself, and if a new version of you emerges, then don't fall back into old patterns or habits that no longer resonate with you, just for this just for the sake of making others feel comfortable around you. As you do this, you will make room for people that resonate with your new frequency to come into your life. Some people want you to stay in the version of you that served their habits or their ways, and that's something you should be mindful of. As we heal ourselves and heal parts of us within, we also shed old layers of ourselves within the process of healing. Healing is many things, and while we feel better overall, we become different. Well, not different. We become more of our true selves. Our interests, beliefs, energy, and boundaries shift along with our healing. And that is when we start to pull away from old places, things, and people that resonate with the unhealed version of ourselves. At first, it is hard because we feel everything shifting. And it can be scary at first because we are so used to being comfortable. But in the end, we realize that discomfort we experience at first led us to meeting who we really are. Again, never mind. Remembering who we really are. And we open ourselves up to experiences, people, and opportunities that do resonate with our healed selves. We do not lose ourselves, we simply evolve into a more complete version of ourselves. This transformation can be unsettling because it requires us to step outside our comfort zones into new new aspects of our daily life and new aspects within ourselves. I also want to share something with you guys. When it comes to growing and healing, it's okay to mourn old versions of ourselves. Growth can mean leaving behind things that we once held so much love for, things that brought us joy, things that introduced us to other beautiful souls, and parts within us we once didn't know about. It's perfectly acceptable to miss certain seasons in our past. I certainly do. However, that doesn't imply that we should revert to the past. While it's important to acknowledge and appreciate the past as an integral part of ourselves, we should also continue moving forward and embracing our evolution. Growing doesn't mean completely shutting down our past experiences because, one way or another, we will always hold them deep within ourselves. The past is a chapter of the whole book that we are. No matter what chapter you are in, you would not be in this chapter had it not been for the previous chapters. Cherish and value and learn from the past, but don't remain stuck there. Move forward with grace and embody the new version of you that is present today. If you are watching this video, I know you're on the way to doing great things in your life. Just hang in there and you will see. My story didn't end when I fell or made a grave mistake. It opened me up further and allowed more change and ascension to occur in my life. Every version of myself has led me to this point in my life, and current me will lead me to my future self. Who knows? Maybe this version of you can be the one to rewrite your whole story and lead you to a brand new world. Have faith in yourself and have faith that every season in your life will get you to where you are meant to be. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to grow. Forgive yourself and forgive others, for there is strength and power in forgiveness. We are all growing and experiencing life. Life is a gift, and we must cherish all that comes with it. I know the past couple of years have been tough for all of us, but I have faith that everything we are going through now will lead us to a brighter future. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you understand the incredible potential you possess. We all have the power to shape our lives. All it requires is transforming your inner world and having unwavering faith in your journey and, most importantly, in yourself. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video.